What's going on, guys? It's been a while since I made a video about investing, and I've been getting emails mostly regarding real estate investing. One thing that I have been getting a lot of emails about, which I've also faced personally, is it smart to invest in a property that does not necessarily give you a very good positive cash flow, if any? I'm just going to tell you my opinion. I am in no regards a financial advisor, nor should you listen to me. I'll just give you my opinion, and it's really for you to do your own research, your own homework, and talk to real professionals to determine what you should be doing. So in my opinion, yes, positive cash flow is king, and you should always strive to achieve that. But with that being said, I don't know how possible that is all the time. Try for that, but if you cannot achieve it, then you should do the second best thing. Bottom line, you need to do something. You cannot just do nothing so that you're waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect deal. So let's say I have a property. After doing calculations and everything, after my revenue minus all the expenses, my net profit is, let's say, $50, which is not a very good cash flow. So maybe for some investors, they might say, no, like that is a horrible deal. Like I will not do it. Yeah, they do have some logic behind that. It may not be the best deal. It may not even be a good deal. But are you in a position to now look for another couple of months to look for that one deal that doesn't give you $500 cash flow? If you are, that's awesome. Go for it, right? But a lot of people that are not. Like me, for example, being in the military, I don't have the time or the luxury to keep looking out for deals, right? Because I'm always moving around too. So my bigger picture is that even if you may not be getting a positive cash flow the way that you want it, just by you buying the property and renting it out after you lived there for a couple of years, right? Because that is the best strategy. You're building equity. Your rental income is paying off the mortgage, hopefully, if not full, at least partially. And then on top of that, you are also getting the tax shelter that otherwise you would not get if you did not own that property. So I think with a combination of the equity buildup and the tax shelter, I think it is still logical to buy a property that may not give you a awesome positive cash flow. Yes, it's ideal to get a great positive cash flow, equity buildup, and the tax shelter, but it may not always be possible. I think it is better to just make moves versus just waiting and analyzing moves. With that being said, you don't want to just make moves with no intellect and you just buying deals, buying properties willy-nilly, and eventually you'll go bankrupt. And that's why I'm saying you have to do your own research, your own homework. You have to be self-educated so you make the best decision for you and your family. Equity buildup, I think, is great for two reasons, right? One, that is going to give you your net worth. That's how you become wealthy, because your net worth increases as your equity is building up by paying off the mortgage, right? And number two is once you have significant equity in it, right? So let's say 5 to 7 years down the road, let's say you have 60, 70, 80K of equity in a property, right? Then you could just do a cash out refinance, and you could take that cash out to pay off other loans, maybe like consumer loan that you have, let's say car loan or student loans. You could use that cash out refinance, that cash, to pay off your other loans, or you could use that loan to buy another property. And what is awesome about that is that it is a non-taxable event. What that means is you don't pay taxes on that cash that you took out from your equity. If you sell the property, that is a taxable event unless you do a 1031 exchange. If you have questions about that, I could get to that in another video. But if you take cash out via a cash out refinance, it's a non-taxable event. So you just got 40, 50, 60K cash that you could use for whatever. And what you have really done is you were able to finance your other loans via your tenant. They were paying off the equity. You took out the equity to pay off your other loans. Indirectly, you had your tenants finance your other loans. So just want to bring it up. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe. More to come.